Greetings, this is Vlodril and welcome back to Let's Play Contradiction. Alright, it's time for the father to tell us a few things.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. At the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped out of the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
This guy seems familiar, but I'm not sure why. Friday around 7 PM. Okay.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
Why?
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
Wow. I like that he's a monosyllabic.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Why?
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
Has a point.
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No, for Emma.
No, not for Kate.
I thought it was James, but apparently not.
For a birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
It was Emma. Interesting. I didn't expect that.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Interesting.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine.
How did you meet Kate? What the hell? She goes to the pub, right? What, a meeting? What time did they argue? I don't remember. Alright.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
They're branding few minutes.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Why would you know this?
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Not at all. Strange question.
Probably not. But it never hurts to try, I guess.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yes.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk.
Well,
Everyone is drunk,
bottle in his hand
apparently.
contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Hmm. So there was alcohol, unlike what Ryan was saying.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I
Can't do that,
presume you've
actually.
seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea.
My thumb doesn't go
The
out that.
students started doing it spontaneously
Anyway.
to show commitment to the cause. Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
It's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it. I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
That's a point. Also something else, Ryan lied. This guy doesn't give a fuck. Yep, don't care. Yep, who did it? Alright.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs, all that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
That was weird.
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
interesting opinion. Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes, I am.
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Ryan. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
Interesting. That's a weird thing to say, too. This is a kind of woman that likes to be superior. I would have thought that she's the kind of human that likes to be superior would be a more correct way to put it. Maybe that's just mean he's sexist. I don't know.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly. We don't allow drugs or alcohol on our course.
Well,
we like to tell the students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
Let's finish first.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda.
Yeah,
I
really.
suppose Ryan already told you about our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Oh. These things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And third eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
Alright. Let's see now if it will count that as Liam actually.
Aha.
There we go.
So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not the police. We can't enforce these rules. If they pay their fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Alright, you're here.
Whether I find alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
I think that's it. I think, yeah, I don't see anything else. Alrighty.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I'm also guessing that was at his
I
house.
get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
I also wonder why there is this place. Oh, there's a car here. It wasn't here before. Audi. Rand M. I can't search though. We'll go around, speak to people. See what we can find out.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Oh, Candace, okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Cool. I think I need to go to Atlas and check the kitchen, but let me look around anyway. The time changed, so we may find new people in different places. Still nothing here. Disappointing. Alright, let's check the pub. He actually give us any new info. Not really.
Few more questions,
Don't
please.
think I have something to ask here. Oh, okay.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Alright, let's check Emma and Simon. And also look around. Here.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
That doesn't help me at all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the father gave the amulet. That's why he found it creepy. Now, anyway, we'll see. But I can't actually, yeah.
Thank you.
I think I just
Probably
need to
be
go
back
there
later.
and either speak with Ryan or find something in the kitchen because find something new to talk to people about. And I will do that in the next episode. Thank you for watching, subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to, and I will see you next time with more Contradiction.